Art129 and welcome to April 22nd edition of Remote Instruction. I did make a mistake last week that I just realized when I was looking over to remind myself what I told you last week. And it had to do with when I was mentioning the fact that you'll have 2 more complete websites done by the end of the semester. One of them will be the one done in Dreamweaver that you've already designed in Photoshop, and the other will be on WordPress. What I accidentally said was you might want to make this one as your blog. What I meant to say is this one as your portfolio, because you've already designed it as a portfolio in Photoshop. You know, it's all hypothetically all ready to go and good, and then do this one for something fun. But do keep in mind that you can do both of them as your portfolio if you want to. That would save you a little bit of time in gathering up assets and things like that. So that's totally up to you whether you want 2 totally different websites or you just want the experience of building a website this way and building a website this way. The other thing I noticed too is that how I'm going to grade the AI file that's due today, I wasn't real clear on, because it says, you know, if you show it to me before 1 p.m. you get a free check. So I just want to elaborate on what I actually mean by that. So you're going to be turning in this Illustrator file per this video right here. And it's a pretty easy video, pretty easy to understand, I believe. I'm just, you know, asking you to make sure that that you have 2 artboards, that the text on one of them is outlined, and that any images that you have are embedded. It's pretty straightforward, but for some reason students sometimes get it wrong the first time for one reason or for the other. So what I've started doing is giving a free look. So basically the way that'll work is if you turn it in before 1 p.m. on April 22nd and it's wrong, I'll let you know that. And then you can you could hypothetically even wait till the next week and turn it in and still get a 36 out of 40, which is an A. But once you turn it in, either on time or not, if it's not correct, you lose 5 points for the next turn in. So let's just say, to keep it less complicated about the late penalty, let's just say it's the day of, you turn it in, and I tell you, nope, it's not correct, and that's before 1 p.m. You got another shot to do it again. And you do turn it in, or you're also the person who's turning it in for the first time after 1 p.m. What will happen is I will just let you know in the grades, in the comment section of the grade, that it's not correct, but you can turn it in again for a max grade of 35 out of 40. If you complete it still on, what would that be, April 22nd, next time you turn it in and you got it correct, you actually watch the videos, you'd get a 35 out of 40. If you still didn't do it right and you got it turned in, you'd get a 31 out of 40. But then if it's late, then you would also subtract, you know, 4 points if it's 1 week late, or 8 points from it. So this is a very important thing to learn how to do, as I explained last week. So hopefully you get it right, and you'll see that it doesn't end there. We also make a JPEG out of that, which will be due the following week. The other thing that I want you to understand is that the creation and design of the site that you did in Photoshop and got it ready as a print file or 2, that's a project grade. So you will get a grade this week based on what you turn in. The only thing different this semester is you normally would have given me a printout in class. This semester you have to do it electronically. Now, every semester we've done it electronically anyway, so that's why there is a grade just for the Illustrator file for this. So this one's a project grade for getting the project done. This is just a grade for doing the file properly. Then next week there'll be one more grade from that same entity. This time it's for following the instruction in 2 videos and making that a JPEG that fits in a predefined area, and I walk you through step by step in that. Okay, so now we're going to shift gears and move on from April 22nd to our next class, which meets on April 29th. And what is due for April 29th is what I was just alluding to, is you will turn in a JPEG for your Photoshop web layout. So you'll watch the second and third videos under this turn in files. And here's the link to take you there. And if you turn one in before 1 p.m., you get a free look with no grade deductions on the first turn in before 1 p.m. Just like I offered to you the week prior with the AI. And the JPEG should be a digital replica of your printout. So this means don't change the ratio or the layout, nothing about it. Just think that you made the perfect print. It looks great the way it is. You accounted for just enough space around the images, space between the images. Now all you want to do is be able to show that to people online, or maybe I want to be able to show it to people online. So what we do when we put together a portfolio website is we come up with an area on the website and we say everything that I'm going to show on this website will fit within that area. Some of them might touch the top and the bottom, some might touch the side. And that's exactly what's explained on the second and third videos at this link. So the grading will be just like it was for the AI. If it's wrong, you'll lose points, and if it's late, you'll lose points accordingly. Okay, so the second main item for turn-in on the 29th is a process check of your web development in Dreamweaver. So the focus of the class now is shifting from making that site look beautiful, just sitting still in Photoshop. Now you're going to bring it into Dreamweaver, and instead of coding it all by hand like you did in the HTML and the CSS project, this time we're going to use the power of Dreamweaver to help you. But we'll still do a little bit of hand coding, where sometimes you'll see it's actually easier and quicker to do some of the stuff by hand than searching through menus in Dreamweaver. So now, because we're remote, we're going to have to put the stuff live more often to look at, which is actually a good thing, because a lot of you procrastinate. You wait till the last minute to constantly bombard 000 hosting with tests, and it doesn't work for you. So this way, to get credit on the process check, you'll need to have them live on 000 hosting. That would be my preference even for next week. But since you only have 1 week notice, I'm going to be super generous here and say that you could also show me on Zoom. So you'd have to take over a screen share on Zoom to show it to me. If that didn't work, we'll find a third option. But every week after that, when there's a process check on the Dreamweaver site, you will just simply send me your link and you will post it. You will have it live on 000 hosting or another web provider if you choose. But the idea is that you'll just be able to send me a link. I'll be able to do the process check right from the link. A couple things to keep in mind about 000 hosting is you've all probably experienced one issue or more with it where it's just not working one day. So what do? You get a second or a third site right away now, so that you don't lose points on the process check or when the final project is due. And recall that I have the 2 videos posted for putting your work from Dreamweaver to 000 hosting. One of them is going inside of Dreamweaver, and the other one is taking those files and putting them up one by one. And I'll just show you those real quick on my website just as a refresher. Okay, so under instructional videos, Art129, you go to instructional videos, set 2. And then just as a reminder, well, this, little refresher on setting up the hosting. But the, super important thing is that you make sure you understand that difference between your local root folder and going live. So you may want to just watch this video one more time as a refresher, but then the videos for making your stuff live are at the very bottom of this page. Here's the one how to do it inside of Dreamweaver. But remember, sometimes you get that error where if you do it too many times, it locks you out. So then you can just go right directly to 000 hosting, and this video walks you through how to put the files on there directly. This takes a little bit more time because you got to make files manually and then upload to them. But one way or another, you can get it done. So to get the low A grade for next week's Dreamweaver process check, have completed up to where I am at the end of the second video, which means you will have an index page with HTML tags, a linked CSS page, and some basic CSS styles to this or to your index page. All right, and if you have any questions, let me know. And this is just, I think I already said this about changing our focus over here, and just, you know, a reminder on time management. It's a hybrid class. So even when we were meeting on campus, that wasn't your only obligation. It was meeting on campus and then doing the hybrid instruction via the videos, and then also blocking out time for homework. We no longer have access to the Mac, so I greened that out. I look forward to talking with you in the Zoom meeting that's coming up, and we'll go from there.